He proposed, then asked me to sign a prenup. When Daniel asked me to dinner at the city's most expensive restaurant, I had no idea my life was about to change forever. The evening felt magical. Candles flickered across the room. A violinist played softly in the corner, and Daniel couldn't stop smiling. Every time I looked at him, he looked away with a grin that made me wonder what he was hiding. After dessert, he stood up and reached into his jacket pocket. My heart started racing. He dropped to one knee. "Sophia," he said, his voice trembling, "you are the best thing that has ever happened to me. Will you marry me?" Tears rolled down my cheeks before I could even answer. "Yes," I cried. The restaurant erupted in applause as strangers cheered for us. Daniel slipped the diamond ring onto my finger, kissed my forehead, and held me close. For a moment, I believed I was living in a fairy tale. Then everything changed. Daniel cleared his throat and reached for a leather folder sitting beside his chair. "There is one more thing," he said nervously. He opened the folder and slid a stack of papers across the table. "I need you to sign a prenup." I froze. The smile disappeared from my face. "A prenup?" I whispered. He nodded. "My family's business is worth millions. My parents won't support the marriage unless we have one." His words cut deeper than I expected. "So you think I'm after your money?" "No," he replied quickly. "I trust you. This is about protecting what my family built." I looked down at the ring sparkling on my finger. Just minutes earlier, it had symbolized forever. Now it felt heavier than ever. I quietly closed the folder. "I can't sign anything tonight," I said. "If we're going to build a life together, I deserve time to understand what I'm agreeing to." Daniel didn't argue. Instead, he apologized for ruining what should have been the happiest night of our lives. Over the next week, I hired my own lawyer. I read every page of the agreement, asked difficult questions, and learned that a prenup wasn't just about protecting him. It could protect me too. Together, we rewrote the document. It protected his family business, but it also ensured I wouldn't be left with nothing if I ever sacrificed my career to raise our children or support our marriage. When I finally signed, I wasn't signing because I was pressured. I was signing because we had created an agreement that respected both of us. 6 months later, we stood before our family and friends and exchanged our wedding vows. As I looked into Daniel's
Subscribe to my
eyes, I
channel.
realized something important. Real love isn't about avoiding hard conversations. It's about having them honestly, listening to each other, and finding a solution that feels fair. Sometimes the strongest relationships aren't built on perfect fairy tales. They're built on trust, respect, and the courage to face
Subscribe
uncomfortable
to my
truths
channel.
together.